We're back, we're live, and we're almost ready. So it's just like old times. Nice to fucking see you. How you doing?
I'm alright.
And Happy New Year. I'm doing well, man.
Happy New Year.
So it's been a while since we've done this. That's Lou and Dante. That was your cue, bro. And I made him wash.
Tonight it's Friday, and we're getting fucked up.
Was it worth me telling the story?
Well, we've got some people there with stories.
Before you say that one, we need to talk about what it's about. And then you can be like, oh yeah, let's talk this about.
Oh yeah, like since Christmas. Well, last episode we tried to have like a happy note, so like a nice Christmas theme. You know, like oh it's Christmas, yeah, everyone, hey, wicked, and then like fucking, you know, just tell a nice story about what's happened at Christmas, but we couldn't find anything. The only thing Christmas related we found was the fact that fucking Low Ellen Bowen. Is that right? Low Ellen Bowen, the guy from Changing Rooms or something like that.
Oh, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. He designed, after it all went to shit, he was like, nah, I didn't have shit to do that, I just designed it. But after, yeah, he designed this winter wonderland, and it all went to shit. Like, fucking, apparently the elves were like just smoking and just like, yeah, go inside, like, go see Santa and get a present, and fuck off, you know. And like half of it was unfinished.
Is this the place where they painted the sides of lorries and shit? And they were like, oh, look, it's Christmassy because we painted snow on the side of this Arctic.
I don't know nothing about that, man.
I'm sure this is the same place. It's just a field and they painted a lorry to look like Christmas.
It wasn't a field, it was more like a forest, and they put up some tents and you could go in and see Santa. You were supposed to go around and look at some reindeer and shit, fucking look at fucking some elves and that.
You honestly sound like you're going to mug someone.
Give you fucking
Every third word you say is fucking.
Like fucking, you know what I mean, mate? So like fucking, you know, the fucking elves like fucking you dickhead, like.
You're a dickhead.
It's fine, man. We don't really have a rating, so it's all good. Well, anyone might be PG. You?
No, man. I checked the box that
at least
says
15.
I checked the box that says make people be 18 to see this before we start.
What are you doing that for?
Because otherwise we get arrested.
I suppose it doesn't really matter. Everyone fucking makes.
It doesn't matter because no one sees it.
No, I was going to say it don't matter because everyone makes YouTube accounts just like, oh yeah, I'm 18. And I can watch like softcore porn on fucking YouTube.
I wouldn't bother watching softcore or anything.
Softcore drifting. Softcore sports. Softcore comedy.
So have you heard any good news since Christmas then? Has there only been any nice
So yeah, essentially they made that Winterland and it all went to shit. And then when it went to shit, like Lawrence was just like, nah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just like gave them some ideas and that. And like, loads of people was like begging for a refund and shit. Just because they weren't done in time. And like the guy who was running it was Irish. He was like, oh yeah, it's all fine, it's all gonna be fine. And like the presenter turned around and was like, do you not feel like you've ripped off loads and loads of people, considering they was coming here to expect a winter wonderland and all they received is a half-finished job full of a part-time Santa?
I want to show you that.
Put that down.
I want to show you it.
I don't want to see that shit, man.
I don't want to see that
Keep
shit.
it to yourself like a secret. You're good at that. And yeah, they were like, yeah, fucking part-time Santa and fucking elves that are smoking.
Sorry, is there a full-time Santa? Are you going to sit there and tell me that you legitimately...
No, it's just like, he turns up and he's like, what do you want for Christmas, son? Oh, that's great. Here's an advent calendar. He's like, what do you want for Christmas, darling? Oh, that's great. Here's a board of
Can I just
chest
point out?
without any pieces. And then like it'll say, "Oh, I've got up. It's break time. No, I'm off for half an hour. See you later. Someone's gonna go and smoke." And then he goes joins the fucking house.
To be fair, this is
smoking
a guy.
just like, "Main gig this, right? We're getting paid £900 a fucking week, right? And all we've got to do is dress up ourselves and fucking smoke. Is that right, innit?"
To be fair, I'd rather like the guy. The guy's job is to have little kids sit on his knee. If he wants to have a fag, that's fine, as long as he doesn't take one of the kids with him.
Yeah, I
Right.
know. I understand that. That's great, but that's great. But what I'm saying is, fucking, they end up having like this all this shit going on, and like this guy weren't just going for a fucking cigarette break. And as you know, a cigarette break should only take 10 minutes, 5 minutes to get up some fucking escalators or an elevator. Depends where you are, really. And this guy's been like taking like hours and a half and shit. So, well, taking the piss. People will be lining up there. Yeah.
So that was the cheeriest news item we had just before Christmas. And what have we had in the news in the new year? Anything nice?
Closest to the new year, I think it might have been the 2nd of January. There was a load of people that were immigrating from someplace. You got it. We got it here on some paper, right? We're gonna shuffle papers like so we can clearly tell from these reports that the young girl was raped.
We know this.
We hope he burns in hell.
Is that you realizing that you don't have your glasses on and this is just blurs?
Man, I can't see anything from it. Yeah, that far.
Fair enough.
So I can see you, that's alright, but for that.
So,
You're gonna have to give me like some sat nav.
you were right. This was the 2nd of January.
Was it?
10 out of 10, man.
Where's my papers at?
Here.
Got my papers.
Oh, right. You mean your rolling papers?
Yeah, the ones that I just read. Don't fuck around with me now, cuz. Where's my papers?
I have no idea.
Where's my paper money?
Calm down.
Where's my paper? Where's my money at? Where's my paper, dog? If you don't confess now, I'll take your soul and you go ahead. That's right.
Excuse me?
It looks bad that way.
Oh, no, where did you throw them? I don't have them. I thought you meant these papers.
Can I have my papers, please?
As in your notes papers?
Not the ones that I just threw away. Are these the ones?
Yeah.
Great.
But I was reading the story. The answer's
What's
Sierra Leone.
What are you on about?
This ship full of migrants that nearly died.
Was it from Sierra Leone?
Well, it was a Sierra
Right,
Leone flag vessel.
That was from before. When I got something right without actually knowing.
2nd of January thing. We're never drinking before we do this again.
But you know it's gonna happen at some point. Christmas special. And then we'll find some
That's
real
fine.
happy news about Christmas.
I'll do you a deal. The next time we drink before we record this is fucking December.
I've got a long way to go.
That's how I feel right now.
Let's make the most of it.
So, new year, new
Yep.
news. Always is happy. John,
Yeah, man.
you had a story to introduce?
Yeah. What was it? breaking news this evening on. Which story do you want to start with?
The one on top. This one right here. The one that I put at the top of the pile.
Italian
Good start.
I tell you, man, that drinking, as soon as it seeks in, it affects my speech.
That happened about an hour ago, which is bad because we started to record 20 minutes ago.
It's fine, man. It was a 25-minute call today. Put them on hold most of it. And great customer service. Italian helicopter scrambles to save 450 migrants abandoned in rough seas. Essentially, this story is there are a lot of people traveling from
Africa.
Sierra Leone.
They were on a boat flagged as being from Sierra Leone. They were from different parts of Africa.
These people they paid to get onto a ship. It was like a medium-sized ship vessel there. And they ended up like traveling halfway through the Mediterranean Sea. And halfway through, they ended up like setting a few small fires. And they ended up abandoning the ship, just the captain and the staff that were working.
Wind up 1 second. During this trip, they just decided to set some small fires on this overcrowded boat, as you do. Why are they setting fires?
That's why.
Fair enough, carry on.
So they were setting small fires,
As you do.
and then the captain, as you do, and then the captain and the staff that were in the ship abandoned ship. I'm imagining they probably got on a dinghy and went back to Sierra Leone or wherever they came from. And don't flash that shit at me.
I'm reading it.
And what happened is that, captain, staff moved away from the boat, set us a few small fires. One of the people that were being smuggled through on the ship were able to speak English, and they ended up translating. Why did I say that? They ended up talking through the radio to someone in the, I think it may have been Spanish or the Italian. Oh, Italian?
Yeah, they were rescued by the Italians.
Okay. They ended up being received up by the Italians on the radio, and they were like, yeah, come and save us, please. So Italy ended up sending like a load of helicopters, ended up going over to halfway across the Mediterranean Sea to pick. What they actually did was, I won't say pick up because they didn't really. What they did was they ended up dropping off a couple of people, like an engineer and a captain, someone who's good at go that way.
A navigator?
Yeah, I was going to say navigator, but maybe people on the internet aren't that educated.
Fair enough.
I don't know what a navigator is.
Do you still think they have navigators now that we have GPS?
I think it's just a captain.
Just doing it himself with a tom-tom.
Just shouting at people outside of the window, just like, hey, you want to turn starboard? Like, go fucking 45 to the right.
You've been watching that fishing show on Dave where they leave from the north of Scotland.
You know the exact what it's called? Trawler,
Yeah.
Trawler.
See, the thing that gets me about that is even the Coast Guard, there's a bit where the Coast Guard comes up and it's like, oh, I'm see, coming along now. 2 minutes time. What the fuck?
One of the even funnier bits is they ended up getting, in one season, they ended up getting a really, really, really fancy ship. This skipper was captain in it. He turned around and was like talking to the cameras. They're like, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the North Sea. We're going to go as north as we can. And then we're going to farm a lot of fish. hopefully we'll be getting Prime Kodak. Comes out once he's shouting out the window. He's like, "Hey, fucking asshole! What you mean, chicken fucking? You gonna go on back in the middle? Put a line in, fucking dickhead."
Or you just get the bits where the guy's like, "Oh, look at all the fish." What?
We got all the fish, right? What does that mean? It means we got all the fish.
A good haul of fish.
We got a good haul tonight.
Good haul of fish.
We are going to be able to pay our employees. If you're a fisherman, you're an employee.
I'd throw the cunt off the side. If you told me I wasn't getting paid when we got back, I'd throw the cunt off the side and have his
I
boat.
don't mean about that. I mean, like, how do they get a contract?
No.
You're as good for as long as you're a good sonny.
Yeah.
What were we talking about previous? Oh yeah, we were talking about these migrants getting picked up. So essentially, they travelled halfway across the Mediterranean.
I think we finished that story.
No, not really.
Paper shuffle.
Paper shuffle, it's not paper shuffle. So yeah, essentially they went halfway across the Mediterranean, and then to the point where they might have been stranded and left for death in non-society, like, you know, circumstances. It was like not civilization, but rules, laws, and regulations. They would have been left dead. But all these people were traveling to try and get into the UK and in Europe, but they like to prefer it as the UK and Europe, you know, because at one point we owned a lot of land, now we don't, so we need to have some sort of, hey, look, I've got a big dick, look. Woo.
I put it to you, mate, that of these 450 people that were on a boat to Italy, no more than 20 of them were headed to the UK, because we're not that special.
No.
Compared to, like, we see ourselves as being.
It's got to the point where it's like, no, 10 years ago, yeah, you would have been like raking the money, but now, no.
Especially if you come from like fucking sub-Saharan Africa, anywhere in Europe is paradise. Yeah, we've got roads with cars on them and not wolves, right? So, like,
what wolves are you talking about?
You get wolves in Africa.
Yeah, I know, but they're usually over mountains.
Okay, but they're still there.
I know a bit about animals.
Okay, but you're missing the bigger picture.
Me. What's the big picture?
That if these people run away from these shacks in sub-Saharan Africa and get to anywhere in the EU, they get housing and healthcare.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're not.
As soon as they get entry, they're entitled to anything that a citizen is entitled to. So all these people have been trying to get into Europe, and instead of them, I don't want to sound cruel when I say this, but instead of them dying in the sea by being abandoned by a captain that was paid to smuggle them up to a certain point, they have been rescued by Italians and granted access to the EU.
Okay.
Which means they're entitled to everything. And the funny thing is, they ended up doing a video about some of the people that haven't made it from these countries that are struggling with poverty. They interviewed these people and they were like, in this room, I don't remember what was going to happen to them. I think they might have been taken to prison or taken to court. I don't know. But they were all in this room and they were all saying just like, yes, I've tried like 4 to 7 times. All different people saying different things, but like they were saying like, yeah, I've tried 4 to 7 times to try and get into Europe by going for a boat, paying for a boat, or developing some kind of raft to get into Europe and try and make a decent living. And they've all failed, hence why they're in this room. And they was like, would you try again? And he was like, as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to develop a way to try and get back into the EU. he was like, not one of them is discouraged. It's like, I'm gonna try my hardest to try and get into the EU. And I think it's sort of like, you know, like the American dream that was passed on in like the 40s and the 50s. I think it's sort of happened to like maybe not everywhere, but places outside of Europe.
I don't know what you mean.
That UK is the new promised land.
Just anywhere in Europe.
Not necessarily anywhere in Europe, because there's some places in Europe
Like Western
you
Europe.
won't be able to.
Anywhere in Western Europe.
I suppose so. I mean, it depends really on what they're coming over for. If they're willing to work and providing into the system, and I'm assuming the authorities would have no problem with that. But most of the problem is that the fact that they come over illegally and they're not permitted to work in the country that they're in. And not only does it create fraud, which I don't really believe in, it's all just
Creates what?
fraud.
Fraud?
Fraud, yeah.
Fraud, right.
Fraud. Sorry, I'm northern. And yeah, they don't really follow.
That's not a paper shuffling moment. That's like halfway through a line in a story.
I forgot where I got onto because she said interrupting me. Fraud, what was I saying?
About how they come here illegally so they can't work.
So yeah, to come over here illegally so they can't get official work permits, so they're not paying into the system. Therefore, considered anti. Someone who's against the policies that the country enforces but resides in it. It's not a revolutionist because that'd be too simple.
I like it. Just end that video fade into black.